All right, good afternoon. It is Sunday, February 16th, and we're going to do our weekly analysis. Just disclaimer, this is not financial advice. Always please do your own analysis, both fundamental and technical. This is primarily a technical analysis. We do talk about fundamentals a little bit here, but um, I always push like you need to go do your own fundamental analysis. Um, But yeah, I can't be held responsible for any trades that you do or don't take. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Last week, great analysis. Thank you, Yah, for blessing us with a perfect, or not perfect, but a really good analysis. I was able to capitalize off of it, and I hope some of you were as well. Let's go ahead and start here. I'm going to read Psalm 150. It's pretty short. It's just a psalm of praising. So here we go. Psalm 150. Praise Yah, praise El in his set apart place. Praise him in his mighty expanse. Praise him for his mighty acts. Praise him according to his excellent greatness. Praise him with the blowing of the shofar. Praise him with the harp and the lyre. Praise him with tambourine and dance. Praise him with the stringed instruments and flutes. Praise him with sounding cymbals. Praise him with resounding cymbals. Let all that has let all that has breath praise Yah. Praise Yah. I kind of just feel like that psalm gives me a glimpse of, when everything's said and done and, he comes back and establishes himself on his holy mountain. It's just like a preview of what life is going to be like, just complete joy and um, just praising and worshiping him at all times. And no more wars, no more gnashing of teeth, no more worrying about money, no more any of that stuff that has come around to be because of the gradual corruption of our world over time that continues to get more and more corrupt. There will be a day where we get delivered and we will be in perfect union with him at all times. And I cannot wait for that day. All right, guys. So, we're going to start with the dollar as always. Okay, so I think we had the selling point of interest up from the previous week, I want to say. Um, yeah. Because we kind of ended, not last week, but the week before, we ended in this area. And so we kept it there because there was a possibility that it could definitely sell from there. I want to say, let's see. I think we opened higher, so number two probably played out. Price opens a bit higher than sells first into the buying PY. Oh, that was this one. I would say more like this one. Um, what's up, T? I would say the first
Hey,
option more like played out on the dollar this week. So we kept that selling PY there, and then let's see, here's Monday. Sunday's right here, so like we kind of pushed higher, and then we began to like break down around Tuesday, and we did have a sweep of liquidity here, which tapped into this order block. And then we just broke down for the rest of the week, and so we made it. We didn't come and fill any of these imbalances up here, but we did make it down to our buying point of interest for the most part. Um, so February 16th. So honestly, I think we're just going to keep going down. But again, like we need to watch this swing low because we are coming into this support area right here. So until this low gets broken, we're still technically in this macro weekly uptrend. So we're definitely almost in our buying point of interest. So even if price does want to go down and break this swing low right here, I do believe there could be potential for some type of buy when it does reach this point. And I'm trying to remember particularly why I put the buy PO right there. Um, there's probably an order book somewhere on some time frame, or maybe imbalances. I do know that there's a lot of like trend line liquidity right here. And it looks like we kind of came into it, but it could definitely come lower. But overall, I'm pretty biased for price to keep pushing down at this point. So I think the easiest way to look at this right now is to just throw a fib on this candle right here on the weekly. And you could say when price opens, it will take out last week's low before retracing. And then we could get like a retracement up to the 50, maybe even higher, up into this area somewhere here. And then we could get a breakdown towards the bottom point of interest or retesting this weekly swing low right here. Um, I could see kind of like the reverse happening. Like maybe we like open a bit higher first and then we take and then we take the weekly swing low and go into our buying point of interest. And then price just uses like the rest of the week to come up and retrace that weekly bearish candle. So that would kind of that would end the week in like a bullish candle a little bit. And this would look like a bearish candle. Um, but just looking on lower time frame real quick, we still do have these like really small time frame imbalances up here. But at this point, I kind of doubt they're going to be tapped into for now. Um, but if price breaks up past this point, then we could definitely start looking up there a little bit more. Imbalance, there's an order block right here that we can put a marker around. And like I said, there's a little bit of imbalance below it right here as well. So if we get an open lower today and possibly tomorrow, then this could very well be our point that price wants to retrace to. Because again, um, before I deleted the Fibonacci, there was a 50% level right here. on that fib of last week's candle. So pretty simple for the dollar this week. Let's check out what kind of news is coming up. Oh, they're looking to lower it. Interesting. Okay, so we are news heavy, but I feel like every time I come on here now, there's always a President Trump speaks folder. I think that's pretty funny. Unemployment, crude oil, PMI. I mean, it's not really news heavy for the US. There's FOMC on Wednesday. Yeah, it's really not news heavy for us, particularly. So, but those tariffs are like, if we get more higher tariffs put on, then that will keep pushing the dollar lower for sure. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with the dollar. I think it's a pretty boring analysis, but it is what it is. Let's look at NASDAQ. So NASDAQ did pretty well off of our analysis last week. And I think it's just going to keep going too. It doesn't seem to be wanting to reject the liquidity that we had marked up. So definitely our option one played out right here. We opened immediately and sold into this trendline liquidity here, and then we just pivoted um, and bought up into this first pool, which is where I took profit, and then it did retrace and it just kept going. I think we're in here somewhere. Yeah, so we're in the second liquidity pool that we have marked, so we can get rid of these. And I'm not really seeing any type of rejection at the moment. I mean, it's just looking pretty strong. So, I mean, if the dollar keeps selling, then this should keep also buying. So we could just do the same thing that we did on the dollar. We can just throw a fib on this candle because there's just so much volume here. Um, and we can make it pretty simple, like, price takes out last week's high and then retraces, probably knowing NASDAQ, it's going to give a way shallower retracement. So it could either be this 38 right here, or even these two equal highs that we had marked that could become, the new support level. And then, yeah, we would just keep going. So that would be like the most simple way to look at the analysis this week. Um, or we could do price could open lower and then we go up and then we break down again for a deeper retracement. That's also possible, but like I said, I'm not super biased for that to happen. But never say never because we do have trendline liquidity here. But I mean, like literally for the last 3 weeks, we've just been creating like trend line sweeping, trend line sweeping, trend line sweeping. But it looks like we're breaking out of this sideways consolidation. So we'll see what happens, but we're just gonna keep it marked for now. Just because that has been the move these last few weeks is catching that buy off that sweep. And then, of course, we have these unmitigated liquidity pools down here. We have these equal lows, we have these equal lows, and this buying POI overall. So it looks like we're pulling away from that. I'm not going to go there, but like I said, we'll just wait and see what happens. Just because everything that is happening right now with um, the new presidency and all this AI stuff that keeps coming out, like the DeepSeek news that came out a couple weeks ago. I mean, that's literally these candles right here. So all it takes is just like a news break, especially on the NASDAQ because it's so tech heavy. So we'll just keep that in mind. But I'm gonna be looking for this low right here to be broken. That's what I would like to see happen. There's definitely a possibility that price opens a little bit higher. Um, there's an order block here that I see that is not mitigated yet on the 4 hour. So it could open a little bit higher, sweep last week's high, tap into that order block I just pointed to, and then we could just get a small sell back into this 4 hour low here, but we could respect the structure and we could just keep going. That's always a possibility on these indices. And if we zoom out real quick, let's see. We throw a fib from this low right here to this high. This is our next macro negative 27. So that would be, this is the next spot I would be looking to take price to on a macro outlook. So yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with NASDAQ. And then in this scenario right here, if we did sell into this trendline liquidity, it just depends what day. Like if we come in here on like Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm going to be biased that price is going to reject and keep going to the upside. Um, However, this right here could be our Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we just sell down here, and then we could get like a small retracement on Friday. It's starting to give us signals to go back up for the following week after this week. But yeah, I don't know if there's earnings coming up or anything like that. So, like I say, always do your own fundamental analysis. But I'm just gonna redo this. Weekly candle. Just gonna look at it against that trending liquidity. That's it. That's all we did on Dow this week. I don't even pay attention to Dow anymore. Honestly, I'm thinking about cutting this out from the analysis. This is our 3 week candle, huh? Yeah, okay, so this is our 3 week candle fib levels. And we didn't do much on Dow last week. It's not breaking out like the NASDAQ is, or isn't. I don't know. It's kind of just, I mean, it's still going sideways for sure. Lows right here. We are in resistance right now. So technically, if it wants to respect this little sideways thing it's got going on, it would come down and make a new low. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess we could consider this a weekly order block. It just looks funky, but we'll just go with it. We'll throw a fib on that. And then we could just say the same thing as the NASDAQ. It would take out, let's see, here's Wednesday, Sunday. Okay, so this was last week's high. Take out last week's high to retrace. I would like to see it take out these equal lows right here, personally, but it may or may not. And then we could just get price pivot for the week. So this could be like a Tuesday, Wednesday price action right here. And then it pivots for the week. I personally would like to see this these lows get swept and a rejection before I look to get into a buy here. Um, that's personally what I see. We do have order blocks to the left right here. So this one hasn't been mitigated yet. I throw a box around that real quick. So this hasn't been mitigated yet, and also there are imbalances right below it and kind of right in between here. The price didn't come fill all the way. So I don't know. I can't really see price pushing down. We could come up into this area first upon opening and then retrace that weekly candle. And we could bounce, possibly coming lower, but that's pretty far away at that point. Um, we'll just do that. Oh my god, I wasn't looking. Yeah, I don't really see a possibility of this being bearish this week, but um, we'll just say that just in case. Yeah, not my favorite pair for the week. It's kind of just I need to see it like break this high or something for me to be more solid, or give me a rejection after coming into these lows for me to want to trade this. So I'll just set an alert here. And I already have one there, so Yeah, price is just like in the middle. I don't like that. So, like I said, I'm not really intrigued by this unless it breaks that high or it goes into that liquidity down there. Because other than that, it's just not doing it for me this week. Okay, price is still inside this consolidation into the middle. And then that's pretty much it for me. And then I just want to check on USD CAD. So we did get it kind of just consolidated for most of the week, but we did get a sell into all this liquidity right here. So I am hoping for the best in terms of getting like some form of retracement. I would hope at least into here or sweeping these highs right here to then sell price. But we did end like we didn't get too much of a rejection last week. So I still have high hopes for this sell overall, but yeah, so it did start selling, but I'm just not convinced of this being the actual sell right now. Because this is what Sunday we swept and then we just broke down. So we did come in up to all this liquidity, so this should catapult back up. Hopefully, I would like to see it above at least these equal highs. If not, it could be further up into these levels here to retrace. But personally, I kind of have my eye on this gap right here. And then I'm just going to extend it up here because this is also a 4-hour order block. It's not tapped. And there's imbalance right there. So we'll just label this. That's selling put interest. But okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope y'all have a blessed trading week. T, I will talk to you. And yeah, I will see you guys on the next analysis.
Thank you.